Yo, what's up, guys? Hey, I just want to do a video about some joysticks. And, I've been a long-time Neo Geo fan now for a long time, so now what I've discovered is now I've got a lot of joysticks laying around. And what I want to do is just talk about joysticks for a little minute, just for a minute. Now, there's a story with this. Back in the day, if you're to ask me about joysticks, especially back in the 8-bit days and the 16-bit days, I didn't like joysticks at all. I thought joysticks were pretty bad, and the ones that they made back in the day weren't really all that good. They always touted that they were arcade-quality joysticks, but they never were. They were pretty bad. But it was when I got the Neo Geo that I understood what a good joystick was all about. Now, this is the first time I ever played on a joystick. I was used to playing on game pads like the NES and the Super NES and the Mega Drive or the Genesis. So I was always used to a game pad. So when I first got the Neo Geo, I was like, now I got to get used to a joystick. And I wasn't really looking too forward to that. Because most joysticks on the market, frankly, they sucked. I mean, they were pretty bad, but that's not the case with this. And what I'm going to do is just kind of do an overview of some Neo Geo joysticks. Now, if you look at this monster right here, you can pretty much tell that this is the oldest one. This is actually my old school, back in the day, 20-year-old Neo Geo arcade, stick. And you can tell this is from the AES because look how the Neo Geo logo is kind of worn. But let me tell you guys, this is a hard worker. This right here withstood marathon, all day, all night gameplay. I mean, I'm talking really hardcore fighting games, hardcore button mashing. No mercy. And this thing is still held up. I could still put this thing in and play everything just like I did back in the day. Doesn't matter. All the buttons work. Everything still works. Joystick works. I think there's some cracks in the joystick, you could tell. So this is a beast. This thing lasted that long. I got my money's worth out of this. So that's what S&K quality is all about. Now, this joystick right here, now this is a funny story. You talk about my ultimate pickup. I was just, I was on my lunch break and I was just kind of meandering around, and I was in this little strip mall, and they had a Japanese kind of used department store. And I walked in and I noticed that it was like a lot of raggedy stuff in there, but all the employees were Japanese. And I was like, this is pretty interesting. So I went in there, and they had like a little bin. I mean, I'm telling you, this place was not really all that, spectacular. But I walked in there, and they had some video game joysticks. And I just saw that logo, and I was just like, zoom. I went straight there. And I wasn't even thinking about gaming. I was thinking about other things. But I saw this, and this is the Neo Geo stick for the PlayStation 3, the USB stick, and they had two of them in a bin, in a bargain bin. Holy crap, man! I was like, dude, I've been wanting to get these sticks, and I saw them, and I was like, I walked up to the clerk and I'm like, hey, would you give me a discount if I could buy both of these sticks? And he's like, well, I'll give you a couple bucks off. And I went and I scored. And I was like, man, dude, I was feeling like Luke Morse won at Hard Off. I was like, hell yeah. And I walked out of there, and I didn't tell any of my co-workers what I had in the bag, but I went and I put this in my trunk, and I got two of these suckers. And this thing is very well built. Very well built. It's heavy. It feels heavy, just like the original stick. And the build quality feels the same. Here, the clickiness, that very, very well built. So this is a great stick if you have a PS3. I don't even have a PlayStation 3. This is my basically my default, my MAME stick. So, you know, I play my emulated games with this, and it's a beast. You're talking about, you know, really good feel. I feel right at home. So, with that. So then we go on to our infamous Neo Geo X, and you know, one of the things, if you got the gold system with this, and look at this logo, everything they did, they tried to do a throwback to the old school Neo Geo, because this is what the packaging looked like. So they even went that far with the logo and everything. But the thing is, if you buy this, you know, you get a pretty decent, you know, Neo Geo replica joystick. And the thing about this one doesn't feel as heavy as these other two, but you know what? This is also a great stick if you just want to use for MAME or as a USB stick for your PC. This works out great. And that's one of the things I just wanted to do, like a quick video before I talk about this machine in depth. So that's pretty much it. My own personal opinion, I think this is the finest joystick that ever made, bar none, that you can use. So that's just what I just want to say about that. So, hey guys, check you later.